shuffle, and then I'm going to cut, and we'll start with the reading. So it's already halfway through, but it's already been very interesting for me. I don't know about for you. Okay? So cut, and let's go. Let's see what we've got going on in the past. Okay. Two of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so let's get started with the past portion of the reading. So the first card that was pulled was the Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles can represent a time for balance. Possibly also that there's more to be learned from a situation. In relationships, it could indicate a need to make time and energy for your partner or the relationship. If you're single, you might want to ask yourself if you're truly ready for love or ready for a relationship. I kind of see the Two of Pentacles. It's like could be a time of fun. Maybe you were looking, out to have fun in a relationship, or the person that you were dealing with was just looking for fun. Or maybe you were engaging in an unconventional relationship with a person. Every relationship is different. They're not all traditional. So the Two of Cups could represent that there might have been a lack of balance in your relationship, or that's what you were seeking at the time. It's also known as the Lord of Balance. In astrology, the Two of Pentacles represents Jupiter in Capricorn. So if you're familiar with your chart or the person's chart that you are thinking of, you might want to look into that, see if that lines up for you. Okay? The next card that I pulled was the Hanged Man. And let me turn that around for you. So to me, the Hangman is the how did I get here, or what do I do now card. You've put yourself in a position with no clear way to win, yet there's still a possibility of a favorable outcome. So in the past position, the Hanged Man, at that time, you could have allowed things to go on, knowing that it might not necessarily have worked out how you wanted, but maybe you were just out for a good time. Going back to the Two of Pentacles, maybe this fun that was happening got you into a situation where a decision needed to be made, or you had to think about how you wanted to proceed into the future. Um, it represents a time to reflect or meditate, to accept the consequences of your decisions. What did you learn from your experiences? The Hangman is also sometimes associated with Pisces and the planet Neptune, Neptune being the ruler of illusions. So maybe you weren't really paying attention to what was going on. You just kind of wanted to go with the flow and have a good time, and then you wound up kind of stuck. Maybe feelings came into the equation where you didn't expect there to be feelings, and now you're left to try to figure out the path forward. Even though this guy, he's kind of hanging upside down, but his face, he doesn't look like he's scared or confused. He knows how he got there, and now it's just about time to figure out how to get out of there, right? And then the last card I pulled in the past was the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, to me, kind of represents a give and take sort of card, or the give to take card. Six of Pentacles can represent a relationship that's unbalanced in one direction. Could be a relationship with strings attached. A person who gives to receive, tit for tat type of mentality. Someone could have been on a power trip, possibly even placing the need for material want and an obsession with money and material comforts, placing that over your relationship and emotional connection. Doesn't necessarily have to be that. I mean, the Six of Pentacles Six of Pentacles can also be a message to allow your partner to give to you. It could be you could be in a very positive relationship that's fair and balanced if both partners do their share. In any relationship, both people have to put in a certain amount of effort, and so this could be a message to make sure that that's happening in a relationship, or it could be a signal to let you know that, hey, you need to speak up for what you want. If you feel like you're getting the short end of the stick, then you've got to let your partner know exactly what it is that you need, or but that this is a past position. So basically, you might have been in a relationship that was unfairly balanced, especially sexually. One person is kind of controlling the flow and the pace, and it may not have been favorable to the other person. If you're single, it could mean that you met a person who is generous and kind, positive, giving, or also that you need to be that kind of person. Six of Pentacles is the Lord of material success. It also represents the moon in Taurus. So once again, if you know your chart or the person's chart, you can kind of try to cross-reference that. Okay, so moving on to the present position of this reading. The first card that I pulled was the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, it represents a mature expression of emotions or control of your emotions. Someone who's able to balance emotion versus logic, or emotion and logic at the same time. Can also be someone who is kind, ambitious, dependable, and commands respect. This could be you, or this could be the person that you're thinking of or dealing with. In the present position, it indicates that now is the time to balance your emotions. Let the wisdom of the King of Cups guide you. Astrologically linked to the water signs, most commonly Scorpio, sometimes Libra. I've heard of Libra, but I'm not too sure about that. Could be someone who is able to aid you in some type of way. So it doesn't necessarily have to only be about emotions. The King of Cups represents someone who can help you, someone who's here to guide you in a positive and gentle way. Think of water and how it flows. Water signs, usually don't put a lot of pressure on you. They're not very direct. They will help you. They want to be generous. They want to be there for you in some type of way. And it's about you letting that person in. And so you can kind of tie this into the past position. We just moved out of the Six of Pentacles, which was signaling some type of possible imbalance, or a giver or taker type of situation. So the King of Cups is here to give to you, to help you, or maybe to help teach you how to give going forward. So if you meet someone, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, usually represents an older male, doesn't have to be a male, could be an older female, who is offering you some type of guidance. Take that advice and also be willing to seek support. You don't always have to wait for somebody to show up and help you. Sometimes, there's somebody in your vicinity that can help you, or that you kind of think can help you. Don't be afraid to go out and ask for help. I know it's hard. I sometimes struggle with that. I'm not the greatest at doing that either. So, if you're single, going back to the characteristics, this could be someone that you meet, somebody possibly that you have your eye on, or someone that has their eye on you. So, moving on to the next card, I picked was the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands could signal in the signal that you have the inner balance necessary to be patient and hopeful for a positive outcome. It means that you've also invested a lot of hope and positivity into your relationship or your situation, and you are comfortably waiting for that successful outcome. It represents harmony based on fair treatment. So if you're not being treated fairly in a relationship, this card could signal that it's time to kind of move on or address that issue. Speak your mind, let your, thoughts be known, and if you're not getting the response, and if you're not getting the feedback, and if you're not getting what you need or require from your partner or the relationship, then it's time to move away from the relationship. uh, let's see, it's also a sign that your partner holds you in high regard. So that's also a positive. It's another positive card. A lot of these, I don't like to only read the positive and the negative of a card, because nothing is only ever positive, only ever negative, especially when we're talking about love relationships. So Three of Wands is the card, the Lord of established strength, and can sometimes represent the Sun in Aries. So far there's been a lot of fire going on in the chart. Fire and water going on here, but let's keep it going. So the next card is more fire with the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands, I kind of call it the surprise card. It's a sign that something unexpected is on its way, possibly a pleasant surprise. It can also represent teamwork in a relationship, two people working together towards a deeper commitment. Maybe you're planning some type of celebration or another event that represents a commitment. So maybe you're planning a wedding or an anniversary. If you're single, you could be attending a wedding and an anniversary or some type of celebration, and you could possibly meet somebody there. Um, this Okay, so in the future, if I said present, then I'm sorry, I mean the future. So in the future, the first card that I pulled was the Queen of Rods, or the Queen of Wands, and this symbolizes someone who's very warm and giving, a very assertive person, very feminine energy, a fire energy. Fiery women tend to be, very no, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to get into fiery women because there's other indicators in your chart, correct? So we're not going to do that. But in the future position, it represents an uptick in your popularity, feeling more upbeat and confident about your situation. In relationships, she's also known as the Queen of Teamwork, shows the willingness to put in the work and encourages the same from her partner. In this position, the solution to your current situation will bring you to a place of confidence. It also represents the ability to let go of what no longer suits you. This is a very fertile feminine energy. So if you're trying to have a baby, this could be a very good time. If you're not trying to have a baby, please be careful. Um, it also represents the ability to let go of what no longer suits you. The Queen of Wands, she's not playing around, okay? If you're not up to snuff, if you're not cutting it, she's gonna cut the fat. She's gonna let you go. So, Queen of Wands showing up could also be a message to you to assess what's going on in your current relationship and cut ties if you need to. If it's a toxic relationship, especially, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I know it's hard sometimes, but just because we're in love with a person doesn't necessarily mean that person's going to be around forever. So, if you're single, you're ready to mingle, and it's time to get out there. The universe is ready to bring you the love and the support that you seek. So, get out there, be confident. Radiant. Just let your naturally confident personality shine and see what the universe has for you. Also represents fire signs, possibly in Aries. So, once again, we've got a lot of fire energy going on in this reading, okay? Now, the next card that I pulled was the Queen of Pentacles. Another very feminine energy, nurturing. She's the queen of material, earthly realm. Could be a sign to make sure and enjoy the simple things in life. In the future position, it calls for you to be confident in yourself. Your current struggles will make way for prosperity. Also, it's a symbol of luck coming to you. The Queen of Wands can also represent the strategy of love and relationships. Don't chase love, ladies especially. Do not chase love. Be available but not desperate. Things will come to you in divine timing. Be sure knowing you are worthy of love. Okay, so you have to feel it. You have to know that you are worthy. You can't want love, but at the same time, not be confident in thinking that you deserve love, because you're sending out mixed signals to the universe and it's going to keep sending you situations that are full of mixed signals. So be definite, be confident, and be sure of what you want. Okay? Represents earth signs, could be a Capricorn, but also could be a Virgo or a Taurus. All right. And the last card, da, 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 the Magician. In the future position, the Magician represents your greatest potential. All the potential of the universe is at your fingertips, and you naturally, intuitively know how to use it. The Magician knows what is possible and how to attain it. Keep an open mind so that you can manifest your desires. It also represents the deepening of a relationship. So if you're single, it's a good time to get out there to razzle dazzle people with your natural, special kind of magic. The Magician card also can be a representative of Aries and the planet Mercury, because it's a fast and unpredictable energy. This Magician is about making things happen. It's about being confident in your ability to manifest what it is that you want. So, just going over this whole entire reading, the past, the present, the future, there's two or three very strong messages. Um, be confident. That's a very strong message that's come across in a few of the cards. Be confident. Make a definite decision about what it is that you want. You might have been coming from a place of uncertainty, but it's time to make a decision. It's time to decide what you want and be confident in your ability to have a favorable outcome in your love life, your relationship. If you're in a relationship and you weren't sure about your relationship, now's the time to dig in and say, look, I'm ready to do the work, honey. Are you ready to do the work with me? And if you've been the one who hasn't been doing the work, now's the time to get on the pot, because that other person isn't going to keep giving to you and you're pussyfooting around about what you want to do, for lack of a better term. So the potential of this relationship is big, but it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, right? We all have free will. You do, the person that you're dealing with does, the person that you could potentially meet as a single person does. So I'm a big proponent of being positive and positive energy. So hopefully in June we can make some decisions and we can move forward towards that favorable, positive relationship outcome that we're all looking for. Okay, Pisces, this was your June 2017 reading. I really, really, really hope it resonated. Please, please, please let me know in the comments, what you thought. This is my first YouTube reading, and I had to do Pisces because I'm a Pisces. So I'm possibly going to do myself as an example, like I said before, just to give you kind of insight of my readings and how they do affect, or not even affect, how they come across on a personal level. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me on my first nervous attempt to broadcast a reading, and I hope you will come back for more. Okay, thank you, Pisces. Bye.